The third of them, Zhao Xintong, who's delighted us the last 2 days to break. And Xiao Guodong must be so happy with that victory over Mark Selby, who's always tough to beat. And indeed did beat him 3-0 in the match just before that semi-final. So settle back and enjoy it.
Xiao Guodong has knocked in an abundance of big breaks. Great performance to beat Mark Selby, as you alluded to. He beat him 3-1 in the semi-final there, having lost the match before. 3-0 to Mark Selby. Because it's just so deflating when you've done all that hard work and you just fall one hurdle short.
And he's in with a nice double here. Yeah, I think he does have to start favourite. Of course, he won all 6 matches in the group. He's just played very impressive stuff in the semis and suddenly become a big star in the game.
9.
Although Stuart Bingham, I just saw him actually before he left, and he was quite happy that Zhao didn't. I don't think he understood there was a high break prize.
17.
The way this young man's been playing the last few rounds, it might go here. So had to play a different shot. Oh dear. Well, that could.
25.
He couldn't put those reds and the cue ball any better.
And more people
32.
are doing exactly that, appreciating his skill. So bang in here in frame 1. He's a creative player, isn't he? He creates chances. And we've seen over the
49.
last couple of days, as we saw in York, that he then takes them.
He's fairly quick on the shot, but yet unhurried.
47.
And he really is a pleasure
48.
to watch and commentate on. And you know, this break
54.
hasn't been in progress, it seems, more than about 3 or 4 minutes, and all of a sudden,
55.
you know, just 2 or 3 more reds and colours and the frame's gone.
61.
Well, this is
67.
the red that will put him to the snooker's required position. Well,
68.
you know, you won't see much of a quicker kill than this. Got him with the double. Very quickly got reds into the open.
75.
Chance for another big break.
76.
All apparently easy, and we know it isn't, of course.
When I watch Zhao Xintong playing like
81.
this, I'm reminded of the great Four Hunter, in that he just plays the game in such an effortless way, with such a nonchalant air. Never looks hurried, never looks flustered, and shows very
84.
little emotion.
Good news for Stuart Bingham is once again he can't beat the high break. And in fact, the break will not be a century, but it was a very quick 90.
Zhao Xintong 90.
And in no time at all has won the opening frame of the final. Remember, 3 required to book a place in the winners' group. Liang Wenbo and Graham not already there. There's another 4 places to be decided after this match. And of course 2 more this week actually. We've got 2 more groups coming away this week. Well, this time the red doesn't go in. He's opened up other reds, so Xiao Guodong immediately gets a good scoring opportunity. And remember, he's had 5 centuries in this group. Maybe a more understated kind of player, but still, well, I was going to say still very effective, but that wasn't so effective.
Love to see that again.
Xiao Guodong 1.
And he has, so he's back in.
1.
He's really got to try and make the most of, and this looks a good one.
7.
Yes, there's a great chance for Xiao Guodong to level this match up. Possible problem in that there are reds either side of the black.
14.
Well, that was a very
21.
complex positional shot that Xiao Guodong was attempting there, to come back behind the black to play it into the same pocket as the red, but it wouldn't have been difficult to play for the pink there. this. This is a good effort. Xiao could attempt to cut this red in, but he would have to either pot it or miss it on the thin side to avoid cannoning into the reds and the pink. Decided to play the safety. It wasn't easy. He's brought the red back with the cue ball, but I think it's gone safe. Moderately anyway. Oh, he's played a great shot here. Managed to just sneak that cue ball in behind the brown. I don't think that Xiao can get through to any of the reds to the right of the table. Oh, he could. Bit of a fluke in the end. Potted it off the other red that was near the pocket. Now, does he take the difficult pink to right centre? Well done. Just trying to search for that one good positional shot that would get him in perfectly.
Well, it's 3 times he's been in now in this frame, but
Xiao
still
Guodong 13.
just 35 in front. And even that red, you know, has ended up on the top cushion. I thought he was going to potentially be on for a pot.
Xiao Guodong. He's needed several opportunities to win this frame, and he's certainly nowhere near winning it yet.
Four.
Xiao Guodong here as well, very dangerous. But that was never in, was it?
Xiao Guodong 5.
On you. You just feel that every chance you get, you've got to make the most of.
Nine. $17.
Looking ahead, the yellow is on the bulk cushion.
24.
We'll see. He's been so confident the last 2 days. Just
25.
joining us. He hasn't lost a match yet. He's won 7 matches. The 6 group matches, the semi-final.
33.
Well, the work now really begins. Handy now that Zhao's knocked the black in. It goes on its own spot now, so doesn't have to.
40.
Just that little extra pace made the pot
Zhao
missable,
Xintong
didn't it?
40.
But he's recovered the deficit. Oh, hang on. What's happening here? Has he left the red on? He has. As you alluded to earlier, Dave, the yellow could be very problematical. It's far from ideal, but he has a little angle on the pink to work with. He just needs to avoid the in-off into the right centre pocket here, possibly. Ooh, just about, but it's no good. He caught the bump and he snookered himself. Incredible.
I mean, if you were doing a sort of spot the ball,
7.
where's it going to finish? You wouldn't have picked here,
It's
would
a
you,
green.
the cue ball? Just the way it happened, catching the bump, and then catching the blue.
this, Dave. Incredible.
Well, you didn't know where to look there, did you? There's so much that could have happened. The double kiss could have happened. The in-off could have happened. But in the end, he's left the yellow on.
Middle pocket jaws come into play these last 5 minutes.
5.
Couldn't have held the cue ball any better there, but being left-handed, this is a lot easier for Zhao Xintong than it would be for a right-hander.
I think that's the thing, Dominic. He just fancies getting them. I mean, that wasn't easy at all. But anyway, he spotted
14.
it, and he needs this pink. But it's been taken
20.
by his compatriot. Just
frame.
checking the score. Doesn't
Goes
need
into-
the black. So, Zhao Xintong, the UK champion, he's 1 frame away now from winning this. Karen Wilson, a big hitter as well. Looking forward to that. But right now, it's 2-0 to Zhao Xintong. And he needs 1 more frame to win Group 3 and cap a really terrific 2 days. And talk about a confidence boost ahead of your Masters debut as well. If he were to win all 8 matches, win them well, having played so well, then he goes to the Alexandra Palace to face John Higgins, feeling really good about things, if he wasn't already. Felt there was value in the double. He would have been on the black and covering the other reds.
It's in. Now, he needed several opportunities to give himself the chance to win that second frame and level the match up at 1-all, and he couldn't do it. He needs to start winning frames in one visit if he can.
Sorry, go on. 16.
Oh,
22.
that's a lovely little cannon to the brown. He's got every opportunity here to take the cue ball into the pack of reds. Oh, that's fair enough. Got a red to the right corner. The pink certainly pops into the right corner. Maybe the black
26.
too. He needs to be careful because if he nudges the black,
27.
pink may go on the black spot.
$34.
I think the overall standard in this group has been superb. You know, first snooker of the year,
48.
but any rustiness by and large disappeared. Obviously, you know, Joe Perry and Ryan Day struggled, but the other players have produced a feast of big breaks.
49.
Very lucky that that red was on.
56. 63.
Black then, it should be 2-1, and just the odd little lapse from him as well, but this is more like it, and it seems when he wins frames, he wins
71.
them with big breaks. He's had
9.
5 centuries already. This could well be number 6. That would take him for his career to 199.
79. 86.
No, of course, Xiao
87.
Guodong really should have beaten it, but I just think was unaware
94.
that there is a high break prize. Classy effort from Xiao Guodong, black for his 6th century in this 2-day group. Oh no, it stayed out.
Xiao Guodong,
Oh dear,
95
what
on
a
the
shame
front.
that is. Well, no century, but a frame-winning break nonetheless. So he pulls one back, and Zhao Xintong's lead is cut to 2-1. Make it his 6th century of the group, but anyway, he won the frame.
That safety shot's opened a few more reds up, so a lot of pressure on both players' safety shots here. A mistake could be very costly. And there is a mistake. That would free the black spot up.
Seven.
Just didn't get that extra bite out of the cue ball there. That nearly edge of the pink.
12. 13. 21.
If he screws off the side of the pack for position on the blue, you've always got to be careful not to go in off. I didn't have to do it. This, you know, this cloth is so
29.
responsive.
I
36.
thought the win over Selby
44.
was especially impressive because Selby had wiped the floor with him on that table literally just before that semi-final. 3-0, 2 centuries and a 94. So to come out immediately and turn the tables showed great strength of character.
Just did well.
52. Ta. 60.
Looks like it.
66.
It's not looking edgy now. Far from it. Now then, he just missed out on the century in the last frame. Maybe he can
73.
make one here. And don't want to keep on
74.
for a 140. The highest break 139 at the moment.
$82.
He's played a good one, and I think the top red of the two together there will pot into the left centre.
90. Xiao
So,
Guodong, 96.
Again, just misses out on the century, but 96 will do nicely to level this match. So the whole group, all the frames we've seen, all the matches we've seen, are going to come down to one more frame to decide it. Zhao Xintong 2, Xiao Guodong 2. The decider is coming up next.
So very close. Agonisingly so.
One.
It's a decider,
Guodong,
folks,
1.
and it's a little bit edgy early on. Yeah, I mean, you know, we've come so far, haven't we? All, as I say, all the frames, all the matches, and that's all on this frame. Straight shootout.
1.
Xiao Xintong missed that red, but he's back in.
One red he'd like to get rid of is the one closest to the right corner, because that would pave the way
8.
for the red that's next to the black. And once that's removed, the black
7.
will really be an open play.
15.
Again, just playing it so beautifully, so controlled. Could have brought further reds into play, but that would have
22.
involved a greater risk of missing the pink. No, try to power the pink in and bring everything into play.
$35.
That's the only bad thing. If he were to win tonight, we wouldn't see him tomorrow in Group 4, because he's just brilliant to watch, isn't he? Of course, we'll see him in the winners group if he does come through here.
38.
And if he's on this red to the right corner, an increasing degree of pressure.
45.
Just played so nicely the whole group. He won
52.
all 6 of his group matches.
58.
That's relatively rare. He only lost 4 frames in that stage, then came through
59.
the semi-final with Stuart Bingham playing. What a player! What a player he is, Zhao Xintong, snooker's newest star. A young man we're going to be seeing
65.
a lot of in the years to come, clearly. Don't think that's going to matter. He's
Zhao
too far in
Xintong,
front,
66.
65 with 51 on.
Frame and the
And
match.
there is the concession. Well, it's a wonderful match. Zhao Xintong made the running with that 90 break, won the second frame. Xiao Guodong hit back with breaks of 95 and 96, but that 66, very coolly made, means that it is Zhao Xintong who wins Group 3 of the Bet Victor Championship League.